their teams in their education is something to be celebrated. We're very proud of them. Boys, we hope you move on. Boys, we hope as you move on that you continue to love the game and look back at this time with great memories. So, start with the acknowledgments. We also want to thank our parents for their support. The countless hours of driving to and from practices and games, all the tournament travel. It seems like it went in the blink of an eye. We wouldn't trade it for anything. With that, we would like Chris Surma, number 13, to come on out. And Tom Surma and Andy. Chris plans to attend a four-year university to study actuarial science. His favorite hockey memory is beating Fenwick in overtime in the Kennedy Cup playoffs. Chris wants to thank his parents, grandparents, and all the coaches who have helped him become the man he is today. Next, number 92, Jake Surma. Jake also plans to attend a four-year college and study supply chain management. His favorite hockey memory is scoring the game-winning goal against St. Ignatius. He would like to thank his parents and entire family for supporting him. He thanks all his coaches also. Next, we have number 12, alternate captain, Tommy Witt, and his mom, Megan. Tommy hopes to attend the University of Minnesota to study accounting. His favorite hockey memory is beating Fenwick last year in OT. He would like to thank his family, his grandparents, his mom and dad, and all his coaches, especially Coach John Harkins. And last, we've got Captain Jack Peaty, number 36, and his parents, Brian and Lori Peaty. Jack plans to attend Illinois State University to study business. His favorite hockey memory is playing against St. Rita 2 years ago, with the Blackhawks broadcasting the game. He would like to thank his coaches for always pushing him to be the best hockey player and person he could be. He would also like to thank his family and all they have done for him. Anthem by Mike Heilman Jr. at Brother Rice High School.
by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Moonen, joined alongside me, Connor Morell, and we've got hockey here from Oak Lawn for senior night.
This would be a great matchup here tonight, Joe. I mean, these two teams played each other last night, and Brother Rice took the victory over St. Rita. And let's see if they can pull that off again.
Yeah, the Crusaders win by 5 last night with James Esposito having a 4-point game, that being 3 goals and an assist. And here you see the Crusaders opting to roll out a senior-only line for the most part with Tommy Witt, the Surmas, and Jack Keaty. And like to mention, this is a 5 versus 6 matchup in the Catholic League. The Crusaders being the 5 seed at, I believe, 11-11, and St. Rita being 6-13. What do you think the Crusaders got to do here to stay hot and win this game?
Really, I just think they got to keep that offensive pressure on them, but as you see here, they're struggling with that onside a bit right there, but Jack Gaskin breaking hard into the zone. Just applying that pressure offensively is really key here for the Crusaders to get that win.
Yeah, you know, the Crusaders have won 8 out of 10, and when talking to some players on the team, I think when you talk to them early in the season, there wasn't as much of a buy-in. You know, they were kind of struggling to win off games. I was here. They watched them Ty Sandberg, but I think what really sort of gave them that confidence back is beating Bennett Academy 3-1 a couple weeks ago.
That was a great shot right there from Jack Gaskin. Good keep there by Michael Wingard as Jack Gaskin with another great keep and dump back into the zone.
And the puck being swung around behind the goal here is Esposito trying to make a play on it. The Mustangs bringing it back up the ice.
Trying to get it into the offensive zone, St. Rita, but they just can't seem to generate much here as Jonathan Esposito gets it back into their offensive zone.
It's like Crusaders now bringing out some of their first line here with you see Esposito, Keaty, and Wilczek playing together. Wilczek coming back in and wasn't a starter, of course. As Esposito's got it now, trying to get something going. Really just him kind of stalling out here in the zone of the Mustangs. Crusaders got it back in their own zone. Tommy Witt with it now.
Great pass from Tommy Witt over to Alex Pett, but I mean, the Crusaders' pass game is definitely on top right now. I mean, they've definitely been able to move that puck around in a lot of comfortable ways. You know, definitely good at keeping it in the zone. A little collision right there with Garrett Boyer. And
yeah, I think one thing I want to comment on here to ask you about is what do you think you've noticed the Crusaders have done differently to go on this? I think they've won 8 of 10, I believe.
You know, I definitely think that bringing in that closing up the season pretty soon, I think they realize that for a lot of these seniors who have been on that chase for the last year to get to that Kennedy Cup status, I mean, they realize they're running out of time here. I really think that, you know, hockey's such a team sport. I mean, everyone's for everyone here, and I really think that everyone on this team is really doing it for not so much themselves as they are each other, and that's what they're really striving for here and getting these last few wins here.
As the Mustangs will take it off with a face-off, dump it behind the net. Tommy Witt will get it to Chris Surma. Crusaders trying to get something going here. Keaty's got it back. He's going to bring it back into their offensive, into their zone.
Jack Keaty looked very comfortable in that play, just looking like he had a lot more time than he had, but he still got that play off.
Yeah, Jack Keaty, I believe, has had 2 goals in like their last, I believe, 2 or 3 home games. And had, I believe, a 4-point game on back-to-back nights with 2 goals in the win yesterday, and then in that 5-4 overtime win against Providence, he had a 3-point night as well, assisting on 1 and scoring 2. Jack Keaty starting to get hot as the season ends.
Speaking of Keaty getting hot, he's going in absolutely ballistic into the offensive zone.
And that'll be taken back by the Mustangs.
Good read there by Devin Stillo. Unfortunate time for a change, yeah.
Good change there from the Mustangs. The shot from Gentile from the Mustangs is off, saved by Stillo. Witt's got it. Crusaders moving it down the ice.
Boyer bringing it in, and he gets a a little bumped into right there, but Michael Wingard's going to stop that back there as he gets it back over to Joe Hall.
Garrett Boyer, long day for him today, getting some reps in the JV game as well as playing in this game. What do you think about?
I mean, it definitely says a lot about a person and their athletic abilities, being able to hop in from a JV victory over Marist in a shootout right into a varsity game with no break. I mean, just hop in locker room. So, I mean, it says a lot about a person, what their mentality and their drive is for the sport and how passionate they are about the game. And like I said earlier, how passionate they are about being there for each other.
And shout out to Jack McCooch, one of our own in the JV game. Had himself a nice little goal in that one. Was supposed to join us here today, but couldn't because he got a concussion. We hope he's doing well. As the Mustangs trying to get it into the offensive zone of the Crusaders. The shot is saved by Stillo.
Now, if you notice, every time Devin Stillo makes a glove save, he never, ever closes his glove. He just flips it to like a cup almost.
Yes, Stillo himself has gotten hot these last couple of games. Even when the Crusader defense has had breakdowns like you just saw there, he's able to make those nice glove saves.
I mean, yeah, he's been making easily over 25 saves a game these last few games. So, I mean, good on him. I mean, he's just on an absolute heat streak.
And
along with another heat streak, James Esposito, the shot. Oh, that's a juicy rebound right there.
Rebounded by the Mustangs. The Mustangs trying to get something going. Dumped into the offensive zone of the Crusaders. And now the Mustangs have it. Trying to get it there. And Tommy Witt gets the rebound. Nothing really going here. Low scoring game early. Connor,
I mean, this D-to-D action here right now is just amazing. I mean, the chemistry between all these defensemen here on Rice is definitely looking good. It's at a great time, too, at the closing up this season.
The low-scoring game here is the Crusaders' first period yesterday. I believe they hung 2 goals on them, and, low-scoring early.
You know, St. Rita definitely came in today with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They definitely want to come in a lot more aggressive to today's game than they did to yesterday's game, because they're not too happy with the outcome of yesterday's contest. So, I mean...
Yeah, a lot of chirping yesterday in between the fans of the Crusaders and the Mustangs, and some...
Devin Stillo is an absolute brick wall over there as they cannot get that shot off. I mean... We have a stoppage and play here. I don't know if they're going to call a penalty or anything. But, I mean,
yeah,
definitely a good series of saves there from Devin Stillo. I mean, absolutely. He is all over that puck. He always knows where it is at all times. And just his reflexive side of his game is immaculate.
Yeah, another thing, Crusaders have stayed penalty-free early here, which is good for them. And, they do sometimes tend to struggle with penalties in these physical, kind of low-scoring games. And this looks like a save there from Stillo. Mustangs getting it back out. Mustangs are attacking. Jake Surma gets the puck back. The Crusaders trying to get a break going. The shot.
Surma to Surma on that play right there. Chris Surma showing no signs of holding back when breaking into the zone right there.
You know what we would love to see here is a Surma to Surma goal on senior night.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
The Surma connection it's always been a strong one out there on the ice.
Connection, I think it means a lot playing sports with your brother. I've never gotten to do it. I've never gotten to play on the same field as him. He's always been a hockey guy. I've always been a football guy. I think it would be cool, but fortunately never going to happen.
Looks like McGuffich with a little bit of a collision right there.
That
Mustang going in hot right here. But Jackson Stefanski put the stop to that run right there, and just actually great defensive awareness there from Stefanski.
And this is the line of the Crusaders that has allowed the most goals here. It's a lot of the younger guys are on this line.
Yeah, it looks like we got I'm seeing 1, 2,
Crusaders
3
gonna
sophomores
change.
out there, 2 freshmen, including Jack Edison and Dominic Casali.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be a team here that's going to be good. I like telling my brother all the time, they'll be good for the next couple of years. You know, it's going to stink to lose Keedy, but, I mean, you got a lot. You're losing 4 seniors, and you still got Esposito's. My brother's still coming back.
Yeah, I definitely think Brother Rice has a pretty bright future for these next few years.
They got a bright future ahead. It looks like that'll be icing.
They'll be bringing it back into the offensive zone.
And in checks Esposito and my brother, Joe Moonen.
The one, the only, Joe Moonen.
One and only. Man himself. Had a good goal the other night.
Looks like Jack Gaskin, and on the defensive pair, you got Alex Pett and Tommy Witt, one of our 4 seniors here tonight.
BRTV guy as well. Happy to see him representing us on the ice. The Mustangs got a 2-on-2. And dumped into the corner. Mustangs trying to get something going here as Tommy Witt gets thrown down.
Good stick save right there from Devin Stillo. I mean,
Stillo's
the Brother Rice in the defensive side of the game right now is taking a little bit of time to get out of their own defensive zone, and a pin up on the wall there where Alex Pett's going to do a nice little spin move, and it gets intercepted by St. Rita.
Yeah, and you know, St. Rita themselves have got some nice players. Brennan Harkins, been on varsity since he's sophomore, 3-year player. Nolan O'Malley, the defenseman.
And the Crusaders get a break here with James Esposito dumping it into the zone. That one just rifles past the net. But not a bad play at all there from James Esposito. And now you got his twin brother, Jonathan Esposito, out there. Still along with Jack Gaskin, and now Jack Keys out there, the defensive pair of Joe Hall and Michael Wingard.
Yeah, now the Crusaders have been wanting to rotate different guys around on different lines. Like, you know, my brother against Providence was on the first line, and today
They generate something right here?
So the Crusaders trying to generate something right here. A lot of their scores on the ice.
Keating going to get that pass off. Oh, a little late poke there from Nate Wilczak.
Good save there. Wilczak has had some trouble staying out of the penalty box this year.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the same thing happened last year, but he's one of those guys that you love to have on your team and hate if he's on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a little Dennis Rodman in him.
Yeah, every team needs that little D-Rod, a little Brad Marchand, you know.
Face off here as Keedy wins it, but
Wingard with the flat bomb right there. And
Hall's
Joe Hall going to play
on
on the
the
D
line.
right there, but couldn't keep it in the zone as Nate Wilczak.
going to dump it to Wingard. Crusaders trying to get something going here with about 40 left to go in the first period. Esposito trying to get it to Wilczak, but it's lost.
Joe Hall with an outstanding keep right there, and Jack Keedy just couldn't follow up on that and keep that one in the zone, but Michael Wingard goes back in their own defensive zone to keep the Brother Rice offense in play right here as
Wilczak
goes for a
hammers
hit.
into the boards. Hall's got it now, bringing it back into the zone.
Not quite, though, as St. Rita stops it at the blue line.
St. Rita here looking totally different than they were yesterday. A much more physical team. As that shot is off, Wilczak rebounds it. Wilczak, 3-on-1. Mustangs have the advantage, and the Mustangs get the puck back.
No, this is
puck
definitely
goes airborne there, and the check, and looks like McGuffage checks in for the Crusaders. Great timing there. Witt's got it now, the defenseman. Trying to get something going here. Jake Sarmont, senior night, can he get a goal? No, he cannot, as it goes behind the nets.
Matt McGuffage on a hitting streak recently. I don't know if you were here for that Fenwick game.
I was.
Where, that was a crazy game with Matt McGuffage with an absolute.
And, you know, the Crusaders, it looks like a scrum there along the board.
All right, we're going to get a whistle here in a few. So, never mind.
No
we
whistle.
Get that puck out.
Got to appreciate when the refs just kind of let the guys play as Tommy Witt gets run over.
He broke his stick on Tommy Witt with that hit. That was just absolutely.
Tommy Witt looked like he almost looked like he took a charge there in basketball.
Yeah, that was
putting his body on the line as the Mustangs had the advantage.
That's what that sport's about. That's what hockey's about. Sacrificing yourself for your team.
Sacrificing himself. It looked like they had a one-on-one there, and Tommy Witt put a stop to it.
And we get a whistle here. Man, that was a loud hit. And the sound of that stick breaking over Tommy Witt was
we
just,
heard that from up here loud.
yeah,
and
that
clear.
was unbelievable.
I was very worried for a second for my dear friend Tommy Witt. As a face-off will begin here in the
like
zone
we're
of the
gonna have
Crusaders.
Jack Edison taking this face-off here as a freshman. And looks like he won that one, too. Good on him.
Yeah, this is an older St. Rita team. You know, I think that's one thing the Crusaders got
Freshman
going
to
for
freshman connection right there. And he's going to try to find Garrett Boyer, and he does. Boyer is not going to be able to keep that puck for very long as Dom Casale gets it back.
Hall's got it now.
Oh, a little deflection to the wrong way there on Jack Edison's stick.
Crusaders
He's going
get
to look
it
for his
back.
options.
I haven't seen many goals from this
Oh,
young freshman
get the
line.
rebound.
Can we get one?
That's loose.
Oh, we cannot.
Alex Peck going to keep that. He gets it over. And what are we going to call here? Looks like the net was off on that one.
Almost had a goal here for the freshman line of the Crusaders. And we will be going, looks like they'll call a penalty there on the Crusaders. Did you get a chance to see, Connor, did you get a chance to see, what do you think the penalty might have been on? I don't know, I didn't get a good chance to see what it was on. Looks like,
I know it was a big scrum there in front of the net. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of a pushy, shovey thing going on over there.
the ref got something we couldn't see.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be biased here. Not trying to be biased. Rita probably pushed him around, and, you know, you have to say retaliation always gets the call.
Yeah,
so,
and if you're the Crusaders here, you're short-handed, and they have struggled short-handed in the past. As the Mustangs rebounded back. That's my brother over there getting pushed into the boards, holding the puck. Oh, looks like the Mustangs get the puck back. Mustangs gonna dump it, try to get something going here. Good passing for the Mustangs.
Wingard with a good step up right there is
Short-handed, you know, the
against the
defense
wall now.
here from Wingard and everyone else is big here. You need physical players on the ice that can get it going.
still got about a minute and 15 seconds left on this penalty kill here for the Brother
And, you know, we have
Crusaders.
not seen Jack Keedy in quite a while as here he comes, checking in. Crusaders good on the penalty kill so far as a save by Stillo.
Tommy Witt back out there after that humongous hit.
Tommy Witt.
Tommy Witt lost his stick now as he tries to hold him to the ball there. Gotta
It looks like
run that
Keedy,
clock on the penalty kill.
looks like Keedy's got it, 2-on-1. Gonna try and hold it. Keedy skating into the net, going behind. Oh,
And
Keedy
he
gets hit
gets
hard into the glass and
annihilated.
takes out one of the Mustangs.
A lot of big hits here from the St. Rita Mustangs, and
They're playing.
Brother Ice just got to
physical.
come with that defensive lockdown mode and just kind of start holding their own out there.
Yeah, the Mustangs clearly not happy with what happened yesterday, and they're letting the Crusaders know it.
But I'm glad the Brother Ice Crusaders are keeping their cool and not going ballistic and drawing stupid penalties as, you know, short-tempered players would usually do. So
And, you know, that's one thing that they have always done well. If you watch the Fenwick game, the Providence game, a lot of those guys played dirty. You know, Jack Keedy got lit up in the Providence game, you know, got pretty cheap hit. You know, Jack Keedy didn't do anything back as a result, as the Mustangs there got a 2-on-1, trying to look for something as Joe Hall checks into the boards, and Esposito's got it back for the
Esposito's
Crusaders.
going to try to get that. Oh, man, just couldn't quite get that one.
Mustangs got it here. Dangerous territory. The shot there is off.
Yeah, that wasn't even close to the net. But Jack Gaston to be applying that pressure as he does so well. Looks like Chris Surma has possession of the puck now, and
Jack Gaskin, Rets.
he's still heading. He's going to try to get that shot off, and he does, leaving a rebound, but nobody was there.
Hold on. Jack Gaskin's got it now. Jack Gaskin
standing his arm there on a hit way after he had the puck off of his stick.
Crusaders got it now, trying to get something going. The shot there is off by Jack Gaskin. Mustang's going to dump it. And looks like Tommy Witt has it now. Tommy Witt, like you saw the big hit earlier, coming back on the ice. A lot of dumping going on here. Very low-scoring game. Connor, are you a fan of this? The low-scoring defense first?
It depends on what we're playing for, really. I mean, early in the season, you know, it's no biggie, but it's just nothing really exciting about a low-scoring game, you know?
And senior night here, you'd love to get a win if you're the Crusaders here. You know, St. Rita has gotten big wins over teams in the past. This is not a bad St. Rita team.
You know, I definitely think it'll be a close game. I'm thinking maybe an overtime in this game. What are we thinking here, Moonin?
I hope no overtime. I hope we can get out of here and just get a nice, easy win. As this is the last game for the Crusaders before going into the playoffs. And, you know, what do you think it means to these guys, the seniors, playing in front of the home crowd like this?
We know, definitely on their own senior night. I mean, they've been seeing it for the last 4 years, and it's finally their turn to be honored and be recognized for their contribution to this organization for the last 4 years. And, you know, a regulation win would definitely be special here for these boys, and I think they definitely deserve it.
As that will be the end of the first period. Your score, 0-0. We'll have more after a short break. And here we go. We're back. Second period for the Crusaders. 0-0. Low-scoring game. Connor, what are we thinking so far?
You know, this second period definitely says a lot about how this game's going to be. You know, the first period doesn't always strike as the most exciting period. But I'm thinking the Crusaders might get an early goal here in this second period. You know, towards the end of that first period, momentum was definitely building up for this Brother Rice team. And a lot of things were going good for them, and I just think as that momentum carries over into the second period,
Keedy, like he wants to get something.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, that momentum building.
Around, gets tripped up. And a fight there for the puck. Wilczek's got it back. The pass to Espo, and
I'm telling you, man, we're heating up right here.
One-timer for Esposito there almost. That would have been.
That would have been beautiful, but I mean,
like one of those
Nate Wilczek with like or Jack Keedy with a reverse hit behind the net over there, where he got rid of the puck and just absolutely laid the body.
The last couple games as Tommy Witt comes back and a goal there. Looked like Charlie Winger from the top of the circle going top shelf, and the Crusaders take a 1-0 lead.
That was actually John Esposito.
Oh, wow.
He tipped that one in from slap shot from Michael Wingard. I mean, absolutely beautiful play from the Crusaders, which leads right back to what I was saying with an early goal here for Brother Rice. I mean, the momentum was just building up, and it's definitely going to keep building here, and I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, you know, another thing I'd like to talk about is just the physicality of this game overall so far. What do you think about Jack Keedy so far, the hits he's taken? Are you worried at all?
I mean, Jack Keaty's definitely dished out as much as he's picked up this game, and I definitely think, with his size, his build, his mentality, a little bruise or bump here and there is not going to affect his game too much unless he takes a serious hit, like some dirty hit from behind like we had on Jack McCooch earlier in the JV game. That definitely is not ideal here for Brother Rice.
A scrum there in the corner. We do not get a whistle. Dumped around the net there. The Mustangs trying to get something going. Witt gets it back.
Tommy Witt has such a great hockey IQ where he can read the ice and just see all of his available options, and that's one of the great features that you want to have in one of your senior players, is being able to read the ice like Tommy Witt can.
Esposito and Witt playing together. As
Tommy Witt almost just put someone over the wall there.
Tommy
Witt's definitely a little heated right now from that.
Tommy Witt took one bad hit earlier, and he said, "I'm going to give it right back to you." As another,
and that's not something you usually see from a guy like Tommy Witt,
especially someone that small. As here comes again that younger underclassman line for the Crusaders that we've seen so far. It's a good save there by Stillo.
Devin Stillo's definitely been on top of his game this last few games, and love to see that from your starting goaltender. Nicholas DePasquale, the backup goalie for varsity right here, just got Brother Rice that shootout win with the save at the end there. Absolutely beautiful performance, but give the guy a rest,
Another tussle in the corner here. We do not get a whistle. The Mustangs get it back. No good on the shot there. Jacob Surma.
One thing Devin still had to look out for there on that one shot was make sure his 5-hole's covered right between the legs. He's not paying attention, or he's getting screened, and that puck goes right through. That gives them a tie game.
Yeah, and a relatively low. We got one penalty so far for both sides through one period, and we're not used to seeing that. Yesterday we saw several penalties for both. As again, this young freshman line continues to play very good defense. Mustangs got it here in their own zone, as it's a good hit there. Mustangs going to dump it.
Jake Surma laying a few hits out there of his own.
Very physical performance here from the Crusaders today. Normally, they're a physical team, but you don't see this many hits that just kind of jump off the page at you.
100%. Yeah, but no, it's definitely a physical game. So we've got a penalty here now. Matt McGuffich, 2 minutes.
The second penalty of the game here. The Mustangs yet to have a man in the penalty box.
Looks like the Crusader team's confused on what they're calling him here for.
Captain Tommy Witt having an argument with the officials.
Looks like they called Matt McGuffich here for a boarding call.
And the Crusaders here putting a lot of their their best goal scorers out here shorthanded. Different approach than we saw last time, Like last time we saw my brother come out, he's not really a scorer. A lot of the physical guys came out trying to play more defense, but now it looks like you got Keaty, Esposito, all those guys.
Well, we got that 1-goal lead now. We don't want to take it off. We don't want to take our foot off the gas here. We want to keep this momentum going. And a shorthanded goal would definitely bring up that momentum even more than it's already at. Getting that boarding penalty from Matt McGuffich definitely brought us down a little bit here as we're in our own defensive zone, short a guy. But it'd definitely be great to have a shorthanded goal here. Get the blood flowing again for the guys and just.
Oh, Jack Keaty with a
Jack
great
Keaty. Oh my God.
Witt's got it now. Crusaders in their own zone still. Down behind the net for the Mustangs. And the shot there. More passes for the Mustangs again. The Mustangs trying to slow it down here despite being down 1. Swinging it again. The shot there. Or not a shot. Looks like pass off the boards. Mustangs trying to kill time.
Brother Rice just not able to
Not
keep
able to
up
get
with
it
this.
back.
I mean this St. Rita offense was on fire there for a second.
Now you're getting them, chasing them back into their own zone.
And that's not something you want to be doing on your own power play.
Oh, now you got a 3-on-3.
Great back checking there from Michael Wingard. I mean, absolutely busting his you-know-what to get back there and stop that shot from getting off.
And the Mustangs again here trying to stall time. We haven't seen that many shots on this power play. I mean, it's almost helping us. And, right now we're back to even. Mustangs don't get a shot off. Good defense there from the Crusaders as McGuffage comes back in. Esposito's got it now. McGuffage is open down the middle. Dump behind the net there.
Guff now taking that puck.
Guff, who just came out of the penalty box. Crusaders 1-goal lead here early. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. They played relatively good defense here.
Joe Hall needs to be all over that, but he just can't get a stick on it.
Joe Hall, great job to get a stick on that, and that's my brother Joe Moonen, looks like. Garrett Boyer. Great job to protect the other side of the net. Well, Stillo made the save. Boyer's got it.
Boyer there. If he would have had his head on a swivel, thank God he did. He would have been
Stillo, with a great glove save there. Boyer, good had a young guy, the sophomore, showing his knowledge and having his head on a swivel there to save what surely would have been a goal.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, even with keeping with his head on the swivel, I mean, he avoided what could have been an absolutely terrible hit.
Looks like Pat's got it now. The young line in for the Crusaders. See if they can get a goal here.
Go, Boyer.
No, Boyer's got it. Boyer's skating down. Toss against the boards here for the Crusaders. The Mustangs got it back now, 2-on-2.
Some great back checking here from the forward side of the
Another
Crusader
great
offense.
glove save there from Stillo.
Tommy Wick giving a little bit of a shove there.
And Jack Keaty, the captain, will come back into the game. Low scoring game here early, 1-0. Far contrast from what we saw yesterday.
Well, I mean, we expected to see this a lot closer of a game today. I mean, Rita definitely came in with a chip in the shoulder, like I said earlier. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be an absolute blowout today. We knew Rita was going to keep it a close game, but Brother Rice still finding that momentum to
Yeah, I mean, Catholic League, all these coaches are older. I mean, they'll make adjustments. So Mustangs got it now. But the Crusaders get right back on defense as Jack Keaty pokes the puck loose. Mustangs going to dump it behind the net, behind Stillo, who's played himself a great game so far.
Definitely impressed with Devin Stillo's performance so far in this game.
Took a little scruffle for the puck. Mustangs get it back. Crusaders got the advantage. Keaty puts the puck up into the air. Keaty tries to get it out to Espo. Espo couldn't quite handle it.
Good keep there by Joe Hall.
Keaty's got it back. Dumps it off. And looks like Wilczak, the juniors, got it back along the boards.
And he cannot keep that one in the zone.
Wilczak lost it. The Mustangs find it, get it back. Guys, a good change there from the Mustangs to get the puck back into the zone of the Crusaders. Esposito's got it along the boards. Crusaders trying to get something going here. Gaskin's got it. And there's Wingard. Rebounds the puck. Wingard's going to skate down, rip a slap shot there on the glove save. Good glove save there from, looks like, Brendan Morgan. And the Mustangs are going to change. Crusaders up 1-0 here early. Look good, you know, they've been playing not sloppy at all here. A few mistakes, which is good to see always for a young team. As there's Tommy Witt, hustle play to get the puck back, loses it. Stillo makes a good save against his chest plate. And we're going to have a face-off down in the zone of the Mustangs. And one thing we'd like to talk about here is Esposito suspended. And, you know, what does it mean for the Crusaders to have both Espositos back on the ice?
You know, after that, the return of John, I mean, definitely having him out for a game 2 there. It wasn't the great. It didn't put the team in the best position. I mean, having them out against Providence definitely did not help the boys at all. But they still managed to get that OT win with Jack Gaskin with an absolutely beautiful overtime winning goal. Getting John back for these last 2 Rita games, I definitely think he has contributed a lot. Not even necessarily points-wise, just keeping the boys energized, and it's just good to have him back on the ice. And he's a good guy to have around on this team, and you know he's definitely a key piece to this team and its success.
Yeah, the Crusaders, I mean, I would say they mainly have got, probably 2 star players, and then they got a lot of great role players. I mean, this team is definitely built to win, and I think now with this last win streak they've been on, I think you're starting to see that belief.
I mean, we had James Esposito and Jack Keedy in the All-Star game and Jack Gaskin in the speed contest, but that's not all it is to this team. Every player on this team has their own role, and that's what really makes this team so great. It's just how everyone knows their role on the team, and they can execute on that role perfectly.
Oh, and almost a goal there from the Mustangs. Looks like we've got a whistle here, and that shot there.
We're going to have a hooking penalty here.
Shot there from Gentile, the Mustangs, almost went in. Looked like he was trying to go to Stillo's left. Stillo got out there.
We got a Joe Hall hooking penalty here on the play, making the Brother Crusaders shorthanded once more in the middle of this second period.
I mean,
you know, definitely not putting us in a great spot with only a 1-goal lead, but you know, I think our penalty killers out there, they're putting that scoring line out there again. So I mean, Jack Keedy out there, we know he can score. Wingard, you know, he can set up great plays for a scorer, and Joe Moonen, you know, he's
my brother back on the penalty kill
he's
line.
able to put up that body and just
put his
Tommy
body
Witt,
on the line,
great
you know.
playmaker. And that was a good dump right there from Wingard.
Talking to Joe Hall's dad at the game, and you know, he's very complimentary of my brother. Put his body on the line, and you know, they said,
oh yeah,
he's a guy that, as to put it how Mr. Hall said it to me, he is not afraid to use his mouth.
Not at all. Not at all.
And you know,
that would be Joe, yeah.
Kid's got himself a mouth to him at home. As Jack Keedy here is getting it. Keedy has had over 3 points in back-to-back games for the Crusaders. 2 goals last night, 2 goals against Providence. And, you know, that Providence win for the Crusaders was big. I think it was Jack Keedy's first time beating Providence over his 4 years. On varsity, at least.
A little bit of a ricochet bounce there behind the net.
It's like the puck's going
Brother Rice has definitely had no problem getting the puck out of the zone this game. I mean, the scoreboard says it all. I mean, really, St. Rita is the same thing. They dump it into our zone. They either get an icing or we're able to get our defensive side of the game in there and just break it out and get on that offensive side, and same thing over and over again. We need to definitely, the only thing I would change about that, I mean, everything so far about that plan has been working, but I mean,
yeah,
we gotta get more pucks in the back of the net if we want to get a comfortable lead against St. Rita, because they didn't come to mess around today.
Yeah, and one thing I think this game could show for the Crusaders is the ability to win a very ugly game, because for the past couple games we've seen them score 4 or 5. Last night we saw 7. And, you know, I think ability to win in a low-scoring game here for the Crusaders is huge in the playoffs, especially when they will be the 5 seed and they will have to go into Providence.
Yeah, I mean,
and play 2 games there in the first round of the Kennedy Cup. And one thing I think I've been told about Providence from some of the guys on this team is, obviously the football team, not the best, not the best basketball program. I think hockey is where they make their money over there.
Yeah, I mean, their hockey program has definitely been strong in both JV and varsity this season, but I mean, I think our varsity and our junior varsity could take Providence's in a heartbeat. I mean, our JV had a tough loss to Provi for our first loss of the season, but we've beat them in OT, and then we've also blown them out. So, I mean, all aspects of this Brother Rice hockey program are on the upside right now. We're only going up from here.
Yeah, one thing I think I'd like to state the importance of is going in and winning game one, I think, for the Crusaders, no matter what, because then they will go in the playoffs. You'll play Providence, you'll play 3 games. First to 2 wins goes on to the second round, and then it'll be Ignatius against St. Rita. Now, I don't want to speculate anything, of course, because it's not my job, but I mean, St. Ignatius against St. Rita, chances are it'll be winner of Rice Providence will go and play Ignatius.
I mean, really another big thing about this Brother Rice team that's changed is the coaching aspects. Over the last 2 years, we had a lot of coach changes, bringing in Coach Vince Esposito, bringing in former Blackhawk and Stanley Cup champion Brent Sopel as a coach for the varsity team, and bringing in legendary St. Jude coach and Darien Hawks coach Mike Smolin.
Yeah, and I think getting back Sopel, I mean, what do you think? I mean, you're in the program. What do you think that's meant to the program to get him?
I mean, getting his side of the coin really has put a huge spin on this team. I mean, if you just look at last year's season to this year's season, you can see how much of a change it's really had on us. With A, bringing in this outstanding freshman class, and B, Sopel, who's played in the highest level you can compete at, and just hearing his input and his strategy because he's played at that level before. It's a great thing to have in your program, and we're very fortunate to have him here, and it's definitely put a spin on things for us in a positive way.
I think not to mention as a former defenseman and a guy who, he came in and talked to us once at Brother Rice, and, my biggest takeaway was the amount of injuries that guy has went through. I think
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he played through the Stanley Cup Finals with a broken wrist.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone through a lot, and I think you're almost...
And he scored, too.
Yeah, you're almost seeing the impact that has on our hockey team.
There we go! Garrett Boyer, our guy.
Varsity goal, BRTV guy, Garrett Boyer, double rostered. Great
coming off for his second game of today. I mean, just absolutely outstanding. Way to go, Boyer!
Garrett Boyer getting it done here. First varsity game, double roster, and not to mention playing in both games. And
that's got to be just so tiring, and still being able to get that goal is amazing.
And I think I'd like to mention Garrett Boyer. I think he scored in the shootout too.
He did not. He did not play in the shootout. No.
Did he score in the game?
No, not that I can. No, he did not.
He had a goal in both.
That would be amazing.
Well,
really, he should have had one in that JV game where the ref, the ref claims it hit the post, but I never heard a ding sound or anything like that. So I mean, really, in my opinion, he scored in both JV and varsity today.
Yeah, and Garrett Boyer, a guy who's sure to be a contributor next year to this team. I mean, you're only losing 4 kids, so it'll be tough to find roster spots. But I mean, if you're Garrett Boyer, you've been bought up to varsity, surely you're going to make it.
And that goal definitely gets his foot in the doorway of that varsity opportunities for next year. I mean, I know, I definitely think that goal gives him and the team a big advantage. Good keep there by Jonathan Esposito.
It's John Esposito with a big game last night. 2 Esposito brothers combining for, I believe, 5 points on the game.
Keedy going to break it in there
got it.
now.
We haven't seen Keedy yet today.
Good drop, good pass.
Wilczek's got it, and Wilczek lost it. Wilczek going to get hit against the boards. Get the puck back, and he's going to dump it. He's got it now. Trying to get something going here. The Crusader defense getting back there. So that's Keedy. He's got it. Going to dump it. Give it to Wilczek.
Looks like Espo's butt end of his stick just flew out right there. If you can see it by the red line. Yep. And
Job there from Tommy Witt.
Tommy Witt picking up the garbage on that one.
Play of the day there, picking up the garbage on the ice. A lot of broken sticks here in this game.
Excellent save there by Stillo. He has just been absolutely on top of his game. His awareness of where the puck is at all times is absolutely top tier, and just his reflexes in net are unmatched by any goaltender in the Catholic League, if you ask me.
Going to be big to get hit. He's going to be a key player for them next year, getting him back.
Well, next year he'll be one of the honored seniors at this time of year.
Not many seniors on the team next year, too. I mean, you got Wilczek,
Stillo, Heilman.
And my brother.
Yeah, your brother. Yeah. That's it. But then my class is like the whole team.
Tommy Witt's got it now. Tommy Witt, we've seen him take his fair share of hits today. There's Jake Surma trying to hit someone on the boards. Jake Surma. That's the puck.
Couldn't quite get that one out, but there we go, over to Chris Surma. Surma with a nice little dump there as the goalie finds that puck playable.
Minute and 20 seconds left to go here in the second period before we go to intermission. Crusaders up 2-0 here. Truly trying to kill some time here. As there's Safranski with a shot. Oh, it looked like it was close to going in. There's Aiden McIntyre for the Mustangs dumping it down.
And now we got 1 minute remaining here in this second period.
Joe
And
Hall.
that's going to be a nice one.
Good defense here from the Crusaders. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the penalty kill here? That we've seen 3 penalties from the Mustangs, 0 goals.
Our penalty kill for Rice has been absolutely amazing. I mean, Joe Hall getting a hook, Matt McGuffich getting a board, and Dom Casali getting a roughing penalty there. You know, our penalty killers have definitely been on top of their game this entire game so far, and you know, in case we get any more penalties like that, I really think our penalty killers will be able to stay, you know, on top there and just kind of hold their own with the shorthanded 2 minutes there. But
the Crusaders have not won very many low-scoring games this year. I mean, that offense has just been on a rampage, especially lately. So it'll be. Oh my God!
Oh my, Michael Wingard. That wasn't even intended to be a goal, but it was an awkward
bounce of the Mustang goalie, and it's 3-0.
That would we don't even know how to react to that.
Michael Wingard almost had one earlier, hit off the top of the post, on that Espo rebound goal, and Michael Wingard gets his goal now. Or did they not?
It doesn't look like they're calling this one a goal. It looks like they might be calling this an offsides. Yeah, they're saying no goal here.
No goal there from
they're going with no goal.
Michael Wingard.
What about a sick one to talk about, though?
What about a Sports Center top 10 type of goal?
Oh, yeah.
Or I would say Sports Center not top 10 for the Rita goalie.
We're back in our defensive zone here.
Back in our defensive zone. 16 seconds left to go. Crusaders lead 2-0.
If you're Wingard in this situation, how are you feeling right now?
Devastated. Absolutely devastated.
You know, I mean,
a sophomore, too. I mean,
if I'm in his spot, I mean, it was a lucky bounce to begin with. You know, you're already up 2-0. Yes, obviously you want to take that goal, but you're not going to be too upset of a unintentional goal there if that gets called back. But definitely still something to think about there. With 5 seconds remaining, and they're going to call another offsides. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I mean, a good effort here early from the Crusaders on the defensive end. You know, the defensemen have struggled all year, and, you know, good to see them coming out today. You know, let's go back to Michael Wingard. I mean, if you're a young kid trying to get your foot in the door on the varsity roster, an underclassman, devastating to have that taken away from you.
Oh, no, he got a goal a few weeks ago.
Right, and that'll do it. We're through 2 periods. Crusaders lead 2-0, and we'll have the final period after the intermission.
So I definitely feel like I'm well prepared. I've gotten tons of help from teachers after school. During my junior year, I had a pre-calc honors class that I really struggled with. And so I literally lived in my math teacher's classroom. I mean, every single day, 2 or 3 hours, I would be in there just learning, getting help because I struggled with it in grammar school. So the academics definitely is a standout here for me.
We are a college prep school. We concentrate on the STEMs. The boys have a wonderful engineering program. They have strong teachers. They feel we're preparing confidence. We have alumni, they come back and tell us we were ready, we were prepped for college. So that instills a lot of confidence in us, and it tells us that we are doing something right.
I believe it prepares you better because you're individualized. Like if your grades start slipping or you stop turning in work, your teachers will pull you after class and talk to you, or your counselor will pull you and talk to you and be like, do you need to change something, or do you need to just talk about something and get something off your mind so you can be better prepared.
Teaching boys is a little bit different. We have to have more patience. We have to expect the impulsiveness, and we have to guide them more gently in that way. So that's one of the things that we do, is because unique to if we were to teach co-ed, we could do that very well, but because we teach boys, we understand boys and we understand the way the boys think.
It's the brother, it's the family feeling. You don't have to come to school scared, you don't have to come to school nervous or anxious. You can really just be yourself here.
You know, there's several advantages to teaching in an all-boys school. We can teach directly to boys, and they learn differently than girls do, and I've taught in co-ed schools, and kids learn differently, but in boys' schools, they learn by doing and getting hands-on, but also the spirit in the halls of the brotherhood and the guys who just will jab each other, and they'll be involved and they'll be able to talk to each other. You can't find that in a co-ed school.
The advantage to attending an all-boys school is that you're more comfortable. I know I went to a co-ed grade school, and there's just that sense of, oh, I have to make sure, double check what I'm doing, and sometimes you might not be able to be yourself. When you come here, you realize that there is no, wall, there's no barrier that's, trying to keep you from being who you are. You can come here, you can, be who you want to be, and you learn to relax and become comfortable when you're around, your other fellow students and, your brothers.
It means something different for everyone. It kind of just means being the best you can be, because everyone can be exceptional in different ways, but just being exceptional is kind of being the best you can, living up to your full potential.
We expect the best from our young men. I often tell my students, we're not raising boys here. We're developing men. So I expect the best from each and every one of my students here.
Brother Rice absolutely offers something for every student. The classes that we offer, the wide variety of electives. There's a huge variety of sports, obviously, and there's a huge variety of clubs, after-school clubs and activities. Not to mention a really diverse student body as well, both racially, ethnically, even socioeconomically. So there really is something for every student here at Brother Rice.
I'd say come check it out. See for yourself. You can witness the brotherhood that these boys share with each other. You can sense the atmosphere. You can see the culture when you walk down the hallway. These guys do want to be here. They may not always know it, but they do enjoy learning. And I think we make it about as easy as we can for them with the atmosphere, with the offerings that we have here at Brother Rice.
Here at BRTV, we're always looking for ways to sharpen our skills, even on snow days.
Lyons drops back, rolls out right, he fires at Durkin, and that's when square on the face. What a throw there. Check out this instant replay of Durkin on the play. Ouch. Here's another angle of it.
Lyons drops back, rolls out right. Hayes falls to the ground. Ball knocks off his chest. He catches it. Touchdown, Crusaders! And there they go. Hayes and Lyons celebrating the end zone. Unbelievable scene as Jay Gillick walks off the field in disbelief.
Introducing our swimmers for today, in lane 1, Dana Alexander.
In lane 2, Ryan Schistel.
In lane 3, fresh off warm-ups, Connor Durkin.
In lane 4, Timothy Hayes.
In lane 5, Danny Hart.
In lane 6, your 2020 Tony Lawless Award winner and sectional record-breaking Seth Miller. Go.
And what a finish by Miller.
Hey, Kevin, I gotta go get this interview. Seth, how'd that feel? It was a walk in the park. All right, you heard it here first. Seth Miller.
You know, here at BRTV, we love the weekend because we get to get in here, get some extra work in, you know. An alumni always stops in. This week we got Liam Lyons, so hopefully he gets us some great advice.
Yeah, he's always here to tell us what a great job we're doing.
You know, I've got some good college experience under my belt, and people say I'm the right guy to give some advice to the boys, so I'm here to help.
We'll be perfect in every aspect of the broadcast. You stutter on air, you run a mile. You miss an ad read, you run a mile. You fumble the big call, and I will rip that blazer off your body, and then you will run a mile.
Hey, this ain't Burger King, fellas. You can't have it your way.
Who are some of your heroes?
Some of my heroes? I have to say guys like Abraham Lincoln, Stephen A. Smith, definitely Adam Sandler. They're all true-born leaders, kind of like how I am.
Oh man, we're late. Oh no.
Why was there no time on the lacrosse?
Who do these kids think they are? Coming late to my class and they're wearing no tie? It's ridiculous.
Walking into my class late and no ties on? You don't deserve those blazers. Take them off right now and run a mile. Faster, go! You're lollygagging? I told you to run a mile, not walk a mile. Go! Go! I'm timing you!
This guy's deal.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's crazy. I don't know what his problem is.
I mean, you gotta talk to him. It's your brother.
I don't want to talk about it.
The beginning of high school is one of the most exciting times in your life. Why? Because in high school, you can do so many things. And at Brother Rice, you can be so many things. Exceptional things. You can be part of an exceptional academic environment, one in which passionate teachers and customized curricula prepare students for a post-secondary education and beyond. You can be part of an exceptional athletic program whose pursuit of excellence on and off the field has led the Crusaders to conference, regional, sectional, and state championships. You can be part of an exceptional summer camp staff that exemplifies the charitable tradition of Brother Edmund Ignatius Rice. You can be part of an exceptional community of faith where young men are accepted, recognized, valued, and challenged to grow. You can graduate as one of the exceptional Brother Rice students who were accepted into the colleges of their choice, earning over $24 million of scholarship money. You can be part of an exceptional close-knit brotherhood of young men, one whose friendships extend decades beyond graduation day. At Brother Rice High School, you can be whatever you want to be. But whatever you choose to be exceptional.
Hey Carlos, what's the matter?
Tennis. I thought you loved playing tennis. We're going to be one of the best teams in state this year.
For my whole life, I had one dream, to play varsity tennis for Brother Rice. But tomorrow's the last match of the season, and Coach Volk says there's no room in the starting lineup. I don't know what to do.
Gavin, I have an idea. Can you meet me outside of Coach Volk's office in 10 minutes? Yeah. Alright, bring your blazer. Carlos, we're going to fix this.
Thank you.
Come in. Coach Vogt, we heard the news about Carlos tomorrow, and we're deciding to not broadcast the tennis match.
What do you mean not broadcast? This match is for the state championship. You're a senior member of BRTV. Show some leadership.
I believe I am. For Carlos.
For Carlos. For Carlos.
We've got to stop showing Rudy in theology class.
Hey Jack, can I borrow a pencil? I got a math test next period.
Got to wrestle before it.
You know what? I think I'll just.
Yeah, I think I'll just go. All right. Winner by forfeit.
Here at Brother Rice TV, we've been looking for work this semester. So we're taking advantage of any practice we can get. And it looks like we're going to go with the I formation from about 2.5 yards away. They line up, one spread out right, one spread out left, one behind the quarterback. The snap, run left, dive in, end zone, touchdown!
Ah, come on, man.
It's just not the same. And we are back here, last period of action here on senior night, 2-0, Crusaders lead. Connor, what do the Mustangs got to do here in this last period to come back?
I mean, their offensive game hasn't been too strong as of so far, but I mean, right now they're in the offensive zone, but they're just not really generating anything with the extremely wet ice from the Zamboni. I mean, that puck's not going anywhere.
Oh, Jesus. That puck is flying down there. Looks like that will be, I believe, icing. And we'll see a face-off here in the zone of the Crusaders. And, you know, great defensive action here in this game. Not as many goals. I think that's one thing that you could take in, or you could take from this game if you're the Crusaders going into the playoffs. I mean, you can win shootouts and you can win ugly games.
100%.
Looks like Coach Sopel wants to talk it over to with the refs. Not sure. What do you think Brent Sopel says to the refs? What do you think Brent Sopel is saying to the refs here? Try to speculate.
I don't even want to know what he's saying to these refs right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of penalties called here on the Mustangs. I mean, we've seen Three Brother Rice penalties this game, and the Mustangs unable to capitalize off of anything. The penalty kill for the Crusaders thus far has been strong. And another thing, we have not seen very much of Jack Keaty here in the scoring column. You know, we saw a lot of him and not a lot of like the stars overall. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Keaty today. Saw a lot of him yesterday, 3 points. James Esposito, I believe it was, had a huge game yesterday, hat-trick, assist. I haven't seen him today. I believe his brother John scored that first goal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, John had that first one, and then Garrett Boyer getting his first varsity goal for that second goal. I mean, unbelievable.
No, I thought Garrett Boyer, didn't Garrett Boyers get stripped away?
What's that?
I thought Garrett Boyers got taken. Who's got taken? I thought it was Garrett Boyer that got taken away. Or no, it wasn't Garrett Boyer, it was... Oh, it was Wingard. That's who it was.
Oh, yeah.
Wingard.
That,
tough luck from
offside
Wingard
one,
off
yeah.
the boot of the goalie. Boyer, though, big first varsity goal for him. So I'm not sure what we're talking about over here. Be curious to know. Captain's talking it over here with the refs. As we will face off here. And the face off is taken by the Mustangs. Bumped against the boards. The Crusaders got it back. In their own zone. Trying to get something started here is Surma is going to get the Keaty. Senior to senior connection here. Looks like another shot there from Tommy Witt. Didn't have enough steam on it. Intercepted away by the Mustangs. But now Jack Keaty gets it back. Dumped around by the Mustangs. St. Rita trying to get it into their zone here. The Crusaders trying to play good defense. 3-on-1. That is a save by Stillo. Slow pacing here to start off with. Keaty trying to get it back. The Mustangs are passing it around. It's Jack Gaskin, the man who scored the game-winning goal against Providence, has it. No, he doesn't. And now we're seeing some of these younger guys come in. The all underclassmen line right now.
James Espo putting on that pressure right there. It's what you like to see.
And Aiden McIntyre, the three-sport athlete for the Mustangs. The guy who plays tight end on their football team. He's a Division I lacrosse player and a hockey player. What do you think it says about him to be able to play 3 sports as a senior?
That's a lot of time commitment right there, and got to be able to manage your time right and just. But no, he's very athletic all-around athlete.
There's a shot there.
Oh
Jack
my
Gaskin,
goodness,
top
Jack
shelf.
Gaskin.
I thought he had that. I thought that shot there was good. The refs have been very strict about the boundaries of what's a goal and what's not here. They're very strict interpretation. So I thought Gaskin had that. It's the second one there that was top shelf that didn't go in and hit off the crossbar. So change here. As in comes Wilczak, who leads the Crusaders in penalty minutes this year. Hasn't had one today.
Let's try to keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it. The penalty kills look good today, though. I think that's one thing you can take away.
That's not something I want to abuse this game, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, though, I mean, they're very detailed guys. Like, I talked to my brother last night, you know, I think that they are very strict on themselves. And I think one thing that he told me last night, that's a good quote I would like to share, is, you know, that kind of echoes my sentiments. If they lose, the question is not, why were they better than us? If they lose, the question will be, what could we have done wrong? Because
exactly.
I mean, this is a team that definitely has the ammo.
I mean, no matter what the score of a game is from Rice, I feel like even if you win the game 10-2, there's still certain moments in that game to go back and look up on.
Yeah, but I mean,
trying to say, what could I have done better in that moment?
But I mean, this is a team that has absolute full accountability for themselves. I think his statements echo the statements of the rest of the team and the overall organization as a whole. I mean, JV and varsity both, I think, have got the pieces that compete and win championships in their respective leagues. As it looks like we've got a little tumble there on the ice as Keedy takes out 2 people coming into the bench. St. Rita's got it now. They've struggled to score or even really make any attempt on offense. I'd be curious to see after the game what was the total shots on goals. And even Stillo, because we've got a Stillo like a brick wall over there. Is 3 on 2.
There is
and
nothing getting past this guy today.
Yeah, I mean, I just like they've been kind of like a stiff, quiet, kind of like a stiff here on both teams. I mean, not a lot of passing. This is definitely like a defensive first type of game. Stillo with a shutout in that. I mean, he hasn't had a shutout in a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute for Stillo.
Crusaders got the 3-on-2. As the Mustangs have got it back. And we're going to get a whistle here. Looks like they're going to call offsides. And a mass change here for both teams. Connor, who do you think you'd like to see a goal out of here? Third period. Who we got? Who do you think will score a goal here for Rice?
I definitely think I want to see either one of the Surmas or Keedy get one this game. Especially being their senior night. Actually, I want to see a T-Wick goal tonight.
Yeah, I mean, good score here for the Crusaders. 2-goal lead. I mean, I don't know in these guys. They probably won't be happy with this win, but I mean, win's a win, and I mean, you're on a 3-game win streak heading into the playoffs. I mean, you beat Pravi, you beat Rita. I mean,
we almost saw a Tommy Wick goal against Pravi the other night, but
dump behind the net here is Chris Surma getting it to his brother. Hopefully we can get one of those two to get a goal as Jake gets hammered against the boards.
Not a smart play there by Joe Hall, in my opinion. I mean, he had Michael Wingard wide open on the other point.
Stillo with like his millionth save of the game so far. Great start from him. Stillo's been steady all day in net for them, and really even all year. I mean, I think you got to look forward to the future if you're Coach Paul on the bench for the Crusaders.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a performance Stillo's going to want to go look back on and say, how can I continue to use this in further games down the road, and especially in the playoff run. Let's use this as a stepping stone, I
mean, if you're Stillo, this is definitely a game you want to look back on and watch tape on. I think you shouldn't just watch tape on the bad ones. I mean, if you have a game like this, you got to go in and see what you did
right. Yeah, 100% agree with that.
St. Rita's going to dump it. I mean, St. Rita hasn't really played very aggressive for the fact that they're down 2 here. It's like a tussle in the corner there for the puck. And looks like Esposito's got it. Check the Crusaders here, clearly trying to slow it down.
James Espo is just going so fast into the zone right there.
Esposito just kind of...
He's going to try to get that shot off right there, leaving a nice little rebound, and that one goes wide.
Shot with the backhand there from Esposito. Esposito brothers together in the same line here. The Crusader, I mean, the Crusaders here, you see them roll their lines a lot. I mean, never really...
Yeah, I mean, they like to change it up just to see all available possibilities, They don't want to...
And, I mean, you never have the same guys on one line. I think that's one thing I like to admire. Like, you saw Tommy Witt start the game, and Tommy Witt is in now with both the Espositos. And now here comes the man himself, Jack Keedy.
I mean, really, when a game starts, you have set lineups, but that never stays the same throughout the whole game. There's always going to be line changes throughout the game where someone underperforms and another guy performs a little more than they usually do, and they swap lines. It's never a set in stone type thing with this sport.
Yeah, that's one thing I think I've always kind of admired about hockey is I think a team in hockey is almost like a machine with each person having their own sort of individual parts versus like football. It's like you got your 11 starters and your 11 starters are your starters. Hockey, it's like, oh, Joe Moonen is on the second line, but Joe Moonen could be out with Jack Keaty in the third period. As St. Rita bring it into the zone of the Crusaders.
Still not able to generate anything offensively here, though, for St. Rita.
Very low amount of shots. I mean, the defense here, I mean, I think the main worry about really anyone on the in the student section, the fans, even the team, has been just how's the defense going to handle in the playoffs. And I mean, you're seeing here the offense
came way out of his net for that save.
Stillo is having himself a day. I mean, you're seeing for the Crusaders the offense only 2 goals. You're not used to seeing that low of a scoring output. And the Mustangs, for the fact that they haven't had any goals, really a low total of shots, have held Keaty in check, which most teams haven't been able to do lately. I mean, I think this is one thing you can definitely take away heading into the playoffs, where you will play Providence in round 1 going into their place. That would be...
Yeah, that would be just an insane atmosphere overall for the team. I mean, it is...
Yeah, and I mean, the Crazies probably would not travel to Providence. The fact that it's about 45-ish minutes away is where their home ice is, you know, so... Young team in Brother Rice going in to play a veteran Providence team at Providence. I think the importance of Game 1 cannot be overstated.
No, I mean, that definitely sets the momentum and pace for the rest of the playoff series, especially being a best of 3.
I mean, if you can come here...
It's not like it's a best of 7 where that first game doesn't really determine. Or if you get that first win and you can stay strong in that second game, you got a series right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you can come here, I think I've said this to a number of them, if you can come here and make it, we've got to... Oh, God, that's a hard hit into the boards. It looked like...
Garrett Boyer,
one of our own, taking a beating. Garrett Boyer, man, I mean, it just all credit to him. His body right now has got to be hurting. I mean, you're playing a full JV game, and then after that, you go play in a varsity game.
For the JV
First
game
line,
too.
mind you, for the JV game, in a game that went into a shootout. As Chris Sermo looked like he couldn't know what happened there. He wanted a shot. Crusaders got the 2-on-1 advantage.
Let's just say Garrett Boyer's going to sleep well tonight.
Oh, my God,
that has got to be a penalty there.
If that's not a penalty, I'd be shocked. I mean, who's that? As the parents are now starting to
I don't know what
it.
they're saying. Shut up, Ray, too, and their own player's the one wailing them on the ground, so I don't know what they expected out of that. I mean, I 100% agree with that call. And he's out of here. Yeah,
I mean,
bye-bye. Get out.
Deservingly so. I mean, as we were talking about Garrett Boyer, we look over and, there's one of the...
Yeah, I mean, that player...
You can't sit on someone.
Yeah, I mean,
hold him into the
he
ground.
is holding them, punching them. He 100% deserves to get kicked out of this game.
I mean, this looks like almost like a street fight where, like, you got... That's like what I think you used to do when you were younger, to like if you got like a little sibling that's getting you real mad.
That's not something you do in a high school hockey game.
It's not something you do in a hockey game. You don't press someone down onto the cold ice and just start waiting.
Well,
I mean, absolutely not.
If you're a respectable player, you wouldn't do that, but I don't know how that goes for some other players.
Yeah, as into the box goes Aiden McIntyre for the Mustangs. You know, we saw him have a penalty yesterday. He's kind of like their Wilczek, their bruiser. Call it. I mean, as that'll be 2 minutes in the box, and the Crusaders will have their first chance at a power play all day.
Let's try to get pucks in the back of the net here.
I think a goal here, if you're the Crusaders, could pretty much ice the game. It'd be hard, I think, with the offense that we've seen all day, the output from St. Rita. I mean, 3 goals in, about 8 minutes. If you get a goal here for the Crusaders, it'd be hard to see St. Rita win.
We know what they say, a 3-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't know why, but they do.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, as here comes the scoring line for the Crusaders again, as the refs are going to talk it over. It's a good job there in the dugout from McGuffage. Carver lost his glove. He lost his glove there. They hustle out and get it before anything happens. As
Good
Jack
keep there
Keaty's
by
got it now.
Keaty.
He's going to rip something and deflect it away. So now you got the Surmas out here together with Esposito. Keaty's got the puck. The Crusaders trying to kill some time.
You know, Brother Rice has been very good today about making sure they don't get too far into their own zone, and they want to make sure they keep that pressure applied, which I think they're doing an excellent job on. I mean, the puck leaving the zone too many times in a power play is not a great look for the team, but I mean, based on what I'm seeing so far, this power play unit is going to be a pretty solid power play unit, and hopefully we can get a goal out of them. There's still a minute 36 on this power play.
Yeah, I mean, a win's a win here either way. You know, this win would not affect the seeding for the playoff. Believe Providence is still going to be the 4 seed. And obviously Rita, I think, still intact as the 6 seed.
Jack Keaty
with a nice
storming into the zone right there. Gets a nice little shot off. I couldn't find the back of the net.
Let's get a Jack Keaty goal here before the game ends. That would be good. Here's Surmas. Got it now. Finding Esposito.
John Espo. He's gonna find Tommy Witt. Oh, that's a weird angle to take the pass on from right there. But Devin Stillo played that puck out pretty far.
Stillo's got it back. Mustangs are going to dump it as Stillo playing the puck out from behind the net there.
This Mustang penalty kill unit has been on top of their game so far, and our power play unit has not been performing as we had wanted to.
It's a great change there to get Esposito back in. Looks like we'll get a whistle here.
Are they going to call that too many men, even though he was still on the ice?
I think that might be too many men. That was a quick...
He was still on the ice, though. I don't understand how they can call that.
I mean, I could see Sofransky kind of made it, because Sofransky kind of hustled on, and Espo kind of was still in the process again. I mean, tough call. I'm not a fan of arguing with the ref sees it. The ref sees it, the ref sees it, you know. He's got more experience than I do with this. I mean, if he saw it, he saw it. We're still winning. I'm not going to complain. But I think now you're going to have about a minute and a half where your penalty kill unit for the Crusaders is going to have to hold out again, which, I mean, they've done well all game. This is about the 5th penalty for the Crusaders, I think.
Yeah, you know, I mean, our penalty kill, I mean,
has been stellar, but I mean, like you said earlier,
you can't abuse that.
Yeah, you can't abuse the penalty kill.
Right.
They shouldn't have to be stellar.
There should be no reason we're on our 5th penalty of the night.
Yeah,
I mean, right here, as you can start to see, the kill is starting.
Save from Stillo. That looked like that was real close to going in. Looks like was that the front.
Yeah, Safransky went flying over Stillo.
Flying, fell over there on the save by Stillo. And now, the change here from the Crusaders is on will come Michael Wingard, it looks like. The face-off won by the Crusaders, but Tommy Witt loses the puck.
Yeah, Rita definitely taking their time here, and they're not making it
minute
shy
and a
at
half
all.
Now, the Crusaders penalty kill has got to hold out for about another minute and a half. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in what's been a very slow-paced game. We didn't see as many penalties early, too, which is weird. We saw one first-period penalty, and now it's just been stacking up over the last 2. St. Rita definitely taking their time here, despite being down and having the power play.
Just shy of a minute of their penalty kill to remain.
This Keaty looks like he gets hit hard.
Another good save there by Devin Stillo.
Again with
I mean, Stillo has undoubtedly been
if you're gonna give out
saving this team so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give out a star of the game here, I think Stillo's definitely the...
100%. I mean, for this being our 5th penalty of the game. Stillo has been playing on his head, making sure there's no pucks getting in that net. I mean, our penalty kills, as you can visibly see, they're starting to get tired out there.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a lot of minutes for those guys in the penalty kill.
And putting your PK2 out there is not always ideal. Turnover would have been ideal right there, getting Gaskin that puck right there. But, you know, I didn't expect it to happen, but T-Witt, good little dunk right there from Tommy Witt.
T-Witt, smart player. He knows how to read the ice and always makes the right play. St. Rita's got numbers. They've got the 3-on-2.
Wingard using his stick there to kind of bat
using
that.
his stick to bring 2 Rita players against the boards.
He's another player, kind of like your brother, that's very good about using his body to sacrifice himself for the team.
Yeah, I mean, Wingard, we've seen him not let that unfortunate no-goal call get to him.
Still making his what seems like his 80th save of the night.
And now comes the PK unit will get a break. These guys get MVP of the night. I mean, it's not been the same kids. I think Esposito's been out every PK unit. That kid also.
John Espo.
Speaking of Esposito, his brother.
There's got to be a hook right there. Yep, and we're going to get a hooking penalty right here. Brother Rice to be back on the power play.
So Wilczak looks like he almost had one.
Joe Hall needs to get it in the zone. Maybe try to get a little goal here on this delayed penalty. See if we can get it, and we cannot as Rita touches the puck. And we're going to have a Brother Rice power play right here.
Great opportunity for the Crusaders. I mean, now if you are St. Rita, what time are you pulling with in terms of number on the clock? Are you pulling your goalie?
I'd say right after we get off the kill, we take that goalie out. Can you figure this is going to be a 2-minute minor? It's going to be 2:09 by the time they're back to even strength in 2 minutes.
So if you're St. Rita, what time are you pulling the goalie? Like about, you say, what, 2 minutes
I'd
left?
say about 2 minutes, yeah. Just right after they get off of this kill, I'd take the goalie out. Try to get.
That's always something that.
I mean, if Rice scores on this power play, then I don't think.
Coming out like now, but I think like pulling your goalie is always something I think coaches do differently. There's not really like a set
key to getting
time.
that puck right there. He gets it over. Oh, just bounces over Jake Surma's stick.
Jake Surma trips. Is Keedy making a nice play to put the puck out of harm's way. Tommy Witt. Tommy Witt's got it now. Get it back.
Good move there by Tommy Witt behind the net. Little backhand bounce pass off the wall.
Oh, and that was
there's a goal.
Jack Keedy.
That looked like Chris Surma on that one.
Chris Surma.
One of our honorable seniors here tonight getting a goal.
Chris Surma.
Taking that 3-0 lead, getting our power play, their first goal of the night.
Great. Looks like Surma got the rebound there off of.
That was
every goal here. It's been like a circus around the net. It's been just multiple bodies.
100%.
My brother was on the floor. Jack.
That looked like Joe had an assist on that.
I thought Joe
one.
had the assist on that. I mean, I don't look like that. Rebound something. I mean, Joe was on the floor. Jack Keedy was right next to it.
That's the type of play you want to see late in this game on the power play, though.
From Chris
taking
Surma,
that 3-0 lead.
Oh, and what a hit there from Eric Boyer.
I think Garrett Boyer has definitely proven himself tonight that he has the ability to play at that varsity level.
He is varsity material. As now we've got the young, we'll call it the little guys line.
What are they calling here? Dominic Casali, a freshman, going in the box late in this game here.
Our freshman and sophomore here on varsity.
Once again, putting our penalty kill unit back on the ice, putting them to work again.
These kids are got to be exhausted.
This is Dominic Casali's second minor penalty of the night.
These kids got to be just dead.
This makes what, their 6th penalty kill of the night?
Tommy Witt has played big minutes.
I mean,
on penalty kill.
It is stellar that we are up 3-0.
Yeah,
how many penalties?
Yeah, I mean, they got guys that have just. I think Tommy Witt. It will just be
And Devin Stillo, I mean, he's got to be exhausted
Stillo's
right now.
exhausted. If I'm Tommy Witt, Tommy Witt's probably going to have like a nice ice bath when he gets home from the amount of just minutes he's played tonight. And Chris Surma back out after scoring that goal.
That was a big goal for the whole team there, getting that 3-0 lead late in this game.
Oh, and looks like an empty net here, as like we said earlier.
I said, yes.
The Mustangs have pulled their goalie out to bring on the
6 on
extra
4 here, but Stillo just not letting that puck get in the net.
Stillo is like a brick wall out there.
I mean, St. Rita has a 2-man advantage right now, and nothing is going in that net.
I thought that was going in.
I mean, that crossbar is Stillo's best friend right now. Keeping that shutout alive.
Yeah, I mean, St. Rita, that was using the extra man to their advantage there. They were ringing off shots left and right on the net of Stillo. That's it again. We got a minute 50 left to go.
There. Great cover right there by Stillo.
Oh, it looks like we've got an injury here for the Mustangs. And, well, he's getting looked at. What do we think about the effort overall here from Stillo?
I mean, he has been playing on his head all night. I mean, some of the saves he's been making this game is not your average save you see on a day-to-day basis from any regular old Catholic League goaltender. I mean, his performance tonight has been unbelievable. I mean, just crazy how many shots this guy's faced tonight and still being able to maintain that shutout as of now. Only a minute 56 left in the game, but a lot can happen in that minute 56. But I really think Devin Stillo can keep that shutout status right now.
Yeah, I mean, if he can keep a shutout, this would be a big game for him to look back at. Going into the playoffs, building momentum. I mean, this is the one thing we haven't seen Brother Rice do in a while.
I mean, even if Stillo can't maintain that shutout, this is still a game to look back and be proud of. I mean, he played on his head tonight. I mean, he has just been all over the net tonight.
Yeah, I mean, a great win for the Crusaders if they hold on here on senior night, too. You got a good crowd on hand. Our first hockey broadcast of the year, probably our only hockey broadcast of the year. Always happy to call a win, no matter for what team we do. It's a minute 56 left here. The Crusader penalty kill has still got about a minute. It's a face-off.
Face-off on the Rita, but it gets out of their zone off the face-off win.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of sloppy mistakes there from the Mustangs tonight. Looks like Gaskin went for a kill shot over there.
Joe Hall tried going for that
little cheap goal. You'll just see the Crusaders get one cheap goal here from somebody. Here's Esposito.
Those cheap goals remind me of last season on senior night. I believe it was Andrew Heffler who had one of those empty netters late in the game.
As
Joe Hall trying again for that empty netter.
Really
just a little wide right there. Hall's really looking for that, empty
really wants
netter.
his first varsity goal. So do we get a third shot here from Joe Hall?
He's just going to try to ring that one around and get it to one of his teammates. Now starting to think that might not have been a best decision.
Back at full strength.
That's off right there. They're going to have to stop the play.
All right. Under a minute left to go. We're up 3 unless anything horrible happens.
Yeah, I know.
Crusaders get to over 500 in the Catholic League with the win tonight. Like we said earlier, no changes in seeding. For anyone who may be wondering what the standings are for the Catholic League, St. Ignatius the 1 seed with 17 wins, Fenwick the 2, Bennett the 3, Providence the 4, Brother Rice the 5, Rita the 6, Marmion the 7, and the great mighty Mount Carmel Caravan the 8th with 1 win.
Jack Keedy wide on the backhand there trying to get that empty netter. Oh, a little stumble there from St. Rita. As we get it back in the offensive zone.
30 seconds left to go. Basically all but over.
Tommy Witt. Oh,
Witt, that's what we need. And the Crusaders just trying to kill the 10 seconds left that remain.
Goalie goal. Oh.
So it's like close. Those things almost got their first point of the day. St. Rita.
And that'll
be a win for the Crusaders. 3-0 on senior night. I'm Michael Moonen. Joined alongside me, Connor Morrell, Eamon Griffin on the camera, Jay Chelik producing, and go Crusaders.